Hood Tours, brought to you by James Vanderbeek and Mia School and Oliver Boy and Boy. Hey. So we're right here in Armani, my neighborhood where I grew up at, and I'm taking Mia through a little trip in the hood, and I'm showing her what's up. So right here, this street right here, this is Garvey. Garvey used to be the Blade. It still is probably, but real ratchet Blade. I used to see Blade workers when I was a kid going to school, and bums, but they were actually really friendly. Right there is the high school I would have went to, Armani High School. There's a couple good Armani High School stories that I know. Rivalry, high school pranks. I know class of 1975 stories because my family. But one good story would be that the rivalry between Armani High School and Mountain View High School. One time, the Armani High School kids went to I think it was the Golden Rooster restaurant, and they fucking took the Golden Rooster off of the restaurant, and they painted that shit purple, and they put it in front of Mountain View High School, and they didn't like that shit because Mountain View High School is right next to the duck farm, so they were clowning, calling them the ducks, because that area fucking stinks really bad. So in retaliation, the kids from Mountain View, they threw a bucket of purple paint on the mascot of the lion, Armani's lion. Another cool, funny story that I could tell you guys all right now about my school when I was in elementary school. It was right there. I actually told my mom this story not too long ago. Wilkerson Elementary looks way different compared to what I remember. None of that shit was there. See, all of that shit's new. But also, too, this parking lot, it never used to be here. There used to be a baseball field right here. And this fence wasn't like that. There was a fence that I could actually crawl through walking, and I would come right here to Yum Yum's Donuts as a second grader. My grandpa used to give me a lot of money, and I would always have money. I'd go there. I'd come right here and go get little ice creams at recess. What the hell? Look at that fool. And people wouldn't think anything of it. They're like, oh, this kid's looks pretty street smart, so they wouldn't trip. Right here used to be Nick's check cashing. I don't know, I guess it's out of business now. And then good old King Taco, the OG King Taco of Armani, right here. So I would ditch school as a first grader and a second grader. I would jump over that fence. Dang, that school looks ratchet. Yeah, I would ditch school like a little hoodlum. The comic book store used to be right here. I would also go there too. Another cool, funny story. Second grade, I came up on a sick fucking amount of loot from the other kids. It was Easter. Damn, school's different. I spent a lot of years in that principal's office. Looks different. But anyways, I stole the Helen Grace order form. This one kid, Maritza, she actually lived down the street from me, from where I'm about to show you guys right now. Maritza, her family was a pretty upscale family for Mexican family, you know. So she had a lot of people support her order form, buying gummy bears and chocolates for Easter or whatever. She lived right here, Maritza. I'm sure she don't live there no more. And then I lived right here at the good old Central Apartments for many years. This was the lick right here. I'd ride my bike back there, play cops and robbers, throw rocks at cars. I lived right there. That was my house. And then my neighbor, they were cool. We'd always kick the ball on the roof right there to this neighbor's house. So yeah, this was my house for many years. Some kids that I used to know used to live right here. Brothers, Michael and Matt Mador, I think their names was. They'd be like, hey, fool. They were older. They would kick it with me. I remember the brother, I forget which one, taught me how to spit. But anyways, back to my story. I stole maybe like $200 worth of fucking money. I had a friend that lived here too. Amber Bivens. She used to live here. She was a little white girl. She was my little girlfriend in the first grade. But so yeah, I stole the money, and the teacher, they had me sitting in the front of the classroom, isolated from the other kids because I was a fucking disturbance. And they already knew that it was me because I was passing out money to the kids, and then I came back with a bunch of comic books, and they're like, where the hell did you get all this shit? So yeah, I got my ass beat for that shit. Right here's Klingerman and Merced. Right here, we're about to go down Sastre, where my family grew up at from childhood to maybe teenage years, you know, once it's time to get the boot from the parents from the house. Sastre is a major gang street also. Right here, Sastre. This is one of the 3 Sastres. My homeboy Richard, what was his last name? Richard Gonzalez lived right here. He was a cool kid, Richard. I remember him. So this is where my grandpa lived, in this area, Sastre, with my mom, uncles, and my aunt. Before this never used to be here, but I remember when they built this. It was houses for many years. My grandpa lived right here, 2211 Sastre. My mom's and uncles and aunts, neighborhood friends used to live all right here. The Durans lived right here. I remember them. I remember Brenda Duran. She was a little older than me. Right here was the liquor store, Rush Burgers. It's not there no more. Or I guess it's Baby Bros, whatever the fuck that is. This was the liquor spot, the Dr. Feelgood liquor spot. Right here's Potrero. We're gonna pass by Potrero, the school that I went to, the junior high school. And I had a lot of crazy ass experiences. I used to walk to school as a youngster, but it's not like it used to be. kids can't walk like that. I think this was the little, there's a little way that you could walk. I forgot where it's at though. I think it's coming up here somewhere. It's like a little alley. I haven't been through here in a long time, so a lot of this shit doesn't look familiar. But I used to walk right here a lot. So I think it's coming up right here somewhere. I don't know, I think we passed it, but who cares? It's a little, oh, it's Anderson Road. Yeah, right there. It's a little alley. Yeah, Potrero. This is where I came to school at. Junior high school. One of the many schools I went to. Pretty active school. I don't know about now, but it was a cool school. I liked it. A lot of ghetto kids, just like myself. Uh-oh, no cop, no stop, sorry. Right now we're about to hit Tito's to get some world famous empanadas. My homie Joey Cabral used to live over there. Right there. Second story of that house. Joey Cabral was one of my friends from church, and his mom and dad, Eddie and Charlie, were the leaders for the Bible study. They're really good people. But right here, Tito's, this is a staple in South Armani right here. This is the lick right here. The line ain't no joke either, so prepare to wait. Parking, show. So right now we're about to get our grub on. So we'll continue this video after the part 2. Represent Tito's.